Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. I would like to sit down with you today and plan out my 2025 for my art business. Now, making this video and just the whole idea of it is a little bit overwhelming because I've never done anything like this before. I've had an art business for the past several years and it has been working fine for the method that I've been using, which is I will have inspiration to paint something, I'll paint it over on Twitch on my live stream, and then a couple of days later, I'll either post the original or I'll make a print of it and people will buy it. I've never done a shop launch, I've never done themed collections. I mean, the closest thing that I have done is when I did a series called Blind Adopts, which I will talk a little bit about later, but that was the closest I'd ever come to ever doing some kind of a shop launch. And I would really love to do a couple in 2025. I am just really, as I said, I'm really overwhelmed because I have all these ideas in my head and I have this direction that I want to go in for the next year, and I don't really know how to organize all of those thoughts and articulate all those thoughts. One of my biggest challenges is marketing myself. So I would really love to get better at telling you guys and preparing you guys for when I've got a new collection or when I'm launching something in my shop. And I really need to figure out now how to get organized for that in 2025. I feel like it's now or never. So that's what I'm sitting down and doing this video so I can talk about it with you. I'm very much a visual person, so I think what I'm going to do is both a physical version of my plan, write it down on paper, and then I'm going to try and use some kind of an app or some kind of an organizing spreadsheet or something like that for me to organize my year. So I have a few different plans that I would like to do. For example, I would really love to do themed collections for different seasons, and I would love to at least do a maybe a Halloween and a Christmas launch as well. I really want to be able to, I guess, make this business of mine, this art business, like a real thing. And I know that sounds ridiculous because what I'm doing is already a real thing. It's very, very real. I do have so much support and I'm so grateful for that. But I really want to be serious about marketing myself and being able to have a structure that I can work by, because I do work very well with things like to-do lists and notes and all that kind of thing. So I figured that making this at the start of the year, or at least at the end, it's currently the end of 2024, so at least making this before the start of the new year, I would have some kind of direction for 2025 that I'll know what to expect, you'll know what to expect, you'll know around about the time that I'll be wanting to launch certain products, and hopefully that will in turn boost the sales of those because you'll know when they're coming and it's not going to be so haphazardly uploaded to my shop based on my inspiration at the time. It's going to be actually planned. Another thing I would really love to do is narrow down on my character designs. So far, specifically with Ko-fi, my Ko-fi memberships, what I'll do is I will paint something on Twitch, much like this behind me actually. So I will paint something on Twitch and that will be the Ko-fi rewards for the month. I will create a couple of other themed things around that, such as a phone wallpaper, a sticker, and a little letterhead that I'll write a handwritten letter on. And I will pretty much do that for that month, and then the next month will be something completely different. Whereas for 2025, I really want to make something themed, and I'll explain it a little bit as we get a little bit further into the video. I think it's going to be maybe I'll split it in half. It'll still be one video, I think, but at least I will first focus on my plan for the year for 2025 for just my normal shop that anyone can buy from, and then I'll focus on those membership things in the second half of the video. So if you're interested in coming along that journey with me and I guess discovering where I want to go in 2025 and holding my hand because I'm really kind of nervous about it because I've never done anything like that before. So please keep watching if you're interested and let's get into it. Okay, so once I had finished recording that intro, I went over to YouTube and I was looking for a video that Catnip had done about one of the programs she uses to plan her year basically and plan out all her ideas and visualize it in I guess a digital space rather than writing it down in a journal, which is what I have done before. But I tend to forget about journals, and once they're closed, and it's hard sometimes to remember to open them. So I feel like if I had something digitally that, I'm always on the computer, it's very easy to just open the tab, that kind of thing. I was looking for that and I found she had a new video out and it was her planning her 2025 business plan as well. And it gave me so much more confidence to continue doing this video. Once I kind of got over that hurdle of, oh no, she's already done it, I can't do it anymore. It's a silly thought, and it's something that plagues me in every aspect of my life, but I'm really trying to learn how to overcome that. Anyway, so she spoke a lot of my own thoughts, and she is a huge inspiration for me and has been for so many years. And she was talking about how she used to only have a plan in her head as well and used to haphazardly bring out products and think of things too late. And that is exactly me. That is exactly what I do. I think I want to do a Christmas product launch and then it never happens, and still to this day have never done a product launch. I had a few themed things on my Ko-fi shop for Christmas, but I put them up on my shop like in November, and I feel like I have to really streamline those ideas and get them done a lot earlier than I have been in the past. But it felt reassuring to know that that was also how she started. And I mean, I already knew all this because I've watched basically all of her videos, but still remembering and being reminded of that is really reassuring, especially at this point in my business where I really have those same goals as her. I want to really focus on growing my business and having a plan in place for me to do that. So it's really, really reassuring to watch videos like that. I will link it down in the description box so you can check out her video as well. And she was using Millernote, which is what I am going to be learning how to use today. So we're going to be on a bit of a learning journey together while I plan out my 2025 business plan. I don't know how long this is going to take me, so I might be in different outfits throughout the filming of this video. You know me, I like to ramble about things, but another thing I'd really like to do is not be so stressed about filming something specific for YouTube. I mean, I'm really enjoying doing the chatty videos, but I was always kind of worried and didn't really know how to do different angles like this. And honestly, it was so easy. I just used one of my other cameras and put it on a camera arm on my other desk. Like, duh, of course I could do that. But, I think in my head, if I don't have professional setups of certain things, then it's not worth doing. And same with my artwork and my products. It's like, oh, I'll do this when this happens. Or, I have this idea, but I can't do it because I don't have the materials. It's like, I need to get past those thoughts and be able to create with what I have And that is something that I will chat about in a little bit because for my Ko-fi memberships, there's so many ideas that I really want to do, and I know that I am not going to have all of them done this month or even next month, but I have this plan and I have these products that I would love to incorporate with it all. So I will talk about that in a bit. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but let's get on to learning how to use Milanote. So, of course, I had to set up my Spirit City room first, so I stayed on task. But then I got into learning how to use Milanote, and I found this quite a lot easier than I first anticipated. I thought it was going to be a little bit complicated to learn, but it's actually really intuitive. It has a sidebar full of options that you can drag and drop onto your little page here. There's to-do lists, there's comments, there's links that you can put in mood boards. There's so many options for you to personalize this space of yours, and it is really helpful if you are a visual person like me. Okay, so I've been working on my Milano. I learned how to use it. It was actually really easy. So if you were a very visual person and were looking for something that you could mood board on and have schedules and stuff like that, it is a really, really cool website to use. I will leave a link in the description that you can use. That is a referral from me, so I get more cards to be able to use on mine. I honestly thought that getting 100 cards in the free version was amazing, but because I guess a more visual person than I thought I was. I definitely have been using as a lot of the cards that you can add. So I will show you now a little bit what I've done and explain a bit about my schedule and my plans for 2025. So over here we have my 2025 product goals. I just have a few things on there that I may or may not actually go ahead with, but we've got the shop launches that I want to do. I want to really focus in on doing those shop launches. I wanted to look into making pins. I know that's something that is kind of expensive to do. So I'm really nervous and have always been nervous about making that leap. So maybe acrylic keychains first, which I do have listed later on. Then we've got, I want to do travel journals. So I'll get into my Ko-fi memberships in a moment, but I'd love to make these travel journals for my Ko-fi members because what I have planned is kind of a storyline of sorts that it doesn't really matter where you jump in, but you will get some kind of a story every time you sign up for the Ko-fi memberships. So I'd really love to somehow produce a travel journal or something like that that you guys could buy if you were a member, and you could put your membership stuff in there. So as I said, I'll go through the membership stuff a little later on, but that's the kind of idea I have currently with the travel journal. So I think it's a really cool idea, but I have no idea how to start producing that or even, know where to look for something like that. So it might be something that doesn't come out until mid-year, but at least it's something that's in my head. So hopefully we are able to get something like that out. But until then, I was thinking of, I guess, making my own travel journal and making YouTube videos about it. Some kind of like a junk journal where I have a session where I put down in a little scrapbook the Ko-fi membership stuff and show you guys how I set it out, and then you can also do the same thing with maybe your own scrapbooks until I get something that I can produce. Maybe one day that would be amazing, but it's something that I wrote down so I don't forget it. Then my marketing goals. So I am not great at marketing. It's one of my I guess I'm not very skilled in it, and I don't have much practice in it, and I feel like it's quite confusing and somewhat difficult, especially when you're kind of on your own and figuring out exactly how to navigate on the on the World Wide Web. So I really want to narrow down on how to do my marketing and make everything cohesive. So I want everything to look like it's my brand. I would really love to narrow down on the content that I post on Instagram and TikTok so it's all consistent across everywhere. Whether that means I focus solely on the whole Adventures of Astro thing and the other stuff around it, I'm not sure because I still post and I still will be painting my Pokemon fan art, and I think I still might have to do some posts on Instagram for that. But I would like the majority of my Instagram to be about the Adventures of Astro and really push that side of things, the membership side of things, because it's something I'm really passionate and excited to share with you. And I really want to learn how to make content to show that excitement and get you guys excited too. I think that it's a really cool idea, and I'm really wanting to get going with that, and yeah, and share the steps along the way with you. So of course I also have on here to fix up my website. It's something that I have let go for a really long time, and I was with Wix before, and they've pretty much doubled their prices since I first signed up to Wix. So I am going to try and fix up my website, maybe using a different website builder. I know it's a really important thing to have a website when you are a self-owned business. So it's something I really need to do, but it's again like along with marketing, another one of my downfalls is graphic design. So I'm not great at, at pretty much any of that aspect of things. So there's a few other things on there that I kind of mentioned a little bit before. So creating stories with my art is something that I'm really passionate about. Making my content about that and about the characters, and expanding on those characters for you to be able to get to know them. And also, of course, my video editing. I would really love to get an aesthetic video editing style and have it look really cute and cozy and all that good stuff. So that's on my list for next year. I'm going to skip to my personal goals now. So I just have a little personal goals thing to remind myself to sometimes take a step back and do things for myself as well. I mean, I do have organized my finances on there, which isn't exactly fun. Same with about marketing and social media, but it's on there anyway to kind of remind myself. But a lot of the other ones, like learn crochet, finish craft kits, and of course give myself time to do cozy things. So I really have missed being I don't want to say a non-artist, but a hobby artist. So I've pretty much dedicated the last several years of my life to doing what I'm doing. And I find it really hard to do other things like play cozy games, which I really love doing. I love playing my cozy games on my Switch. And I got back into reading earlier this year, and I completely dropped off of it because my life got so busy and everything just got overwhelming. And sometimes it's really hard to focus on the words when you have so many things in your head all at once. So I would really love to get back into doing those kinds of things, and I think writing it down and scheduling it in is going to be the way to do it. So going back to the Ko-fi member goals, so this is something that I'm really pushing for next year, and really kind of wanting a cohesive story amongst all the membership membership monthly rewards. So I have created this idea of the Adventures of Astro. So Astro is my little cat character. He's actually just over here off camera. You probably would have seen him in the intro. He sits behind me. He currently has a little Christmas hat on, and he lights up in my stream when people say hello or when any alert goes off. I really want to expand on that character and make a somewhat adventure book each month for all of my members that sign up on Ko-fi. If you don't know about Ko-fi, Ko-fi is a little bit like Patreon. It's something that a lot of artists on Twitch specifically use. I know that YouTube's a little different and they use Patreon a lot over here on YouTube, but because I'm part of the Twitch crowd, it seems very popular on Twitch, and I like the fact that I could have a little shop on there as well. So everything's all connected to my Twitch account too, so any alerts that go off on Ko-fi, whether I get a sale or a membership sign up, goes through my stream alerts. So I use it because of that, but I hope that I hope that that's okay for you guys. As I said, I know that YouTube like to use Patreon, but maybe one day I could swing to have both, but I'm not sure if I could keep up with both of them at the moment. So I'm focusing on Ko-fi. So I currently have 3 different tiers of memberships on Ko-fi. I have the Star tier, which is all online. I have the Moon tier, and I have the Galaxy tier. The difference between Moon and Galaxy is the Galaxy tier has a whole bunch of things in it, including a little backing card, which used to be hand painted, but I got too many members, so I started printing them off as little postcards. And it comes with a print that we paint together on stream at some point. It comes with a sticker, it comes with a little Galactamon card, but the Moon memberships only get the print and the sticker. So I don't have too many Moon members. Most people go for the Galaxy membership, the premium one. And I was thinking of changing my Moon memberships to the sticker, like to a sticker membership basically, and creating a bunch of exclusive stickers for them each month. And then possibly creating another one, because every time you upgrade to a different tier of membership, it does erase the original membership that you had. So I was thinking of making a separate one of a combo and calling it the Celestial membership. So you get both the Moon and the Galaxy, and I'll show you all of those things in a moment in my mood board. So here we have my mood board. I pretty much just went onto Pinterest and found a whole bunch of images that inspired me and put them on this little thing in different sections to, I guess, outline the different things that I would like to have in my memberships. So I would love to have a little postcard. I do have something very similar to this. For example, I do have these little backing cards that I give out each month, and I put the member's name on it. But I would love to make more of a postcard style, have it double-sided, maybe have a little note from Astro on the other side about where he's been traveling, and yeah, kind of just streamline that process as well. I will still write the name on the back where Astro has written, but there won't be the name on the front anymore. And there obviously I won't have the December or whichever month it is. I'm going to get rid of that and just have it as basically another print. So that's something that I'd love to do. The print section is pretty much, I already do this. It's a watercolor artwork that I do on stream. This is going to be the main event. So the idea is that Astro is going to be traveling across the Galactiverse. I created the Galactiverse a long time ago when I first started streaming. It's basically since then just been the name of my Discord. I do have several planets and they all have backstories and they all have Pinterest pages, and there's so much that I have prepared and done with the Galactiverse, but never actually made anything out of it. I did make maps about a year or two ago. Oh my gosh, I think it was 2 years ago. I did make maps of all of my planets as well, and I just really would love to incorporate that idea because it's such a huge part of my channel, but I never utilized that. So I want to incorporate that with my Adventures of Astro and really narrow down on what exactly the Galactiverse is and tell that story for the first time since I created it several years ago. So I would love for Astro to be traveling across the Galactiverse, visiting different planets, different, each month. I think what I'll do is seasonal. So Astro will be on one planet for one season, one planet for another season, etc., etc. Though I do have 5 planets, so I might have to kind of, squish a few of them down a little bit, but yeah, I think that it would be a really cool way to expand upon that story and share it with you. The stickers that I was talking about before, so I would really love to change my Moon memberships into a somewhat of Astro's satchel or Astro's backpack membership, and it's going to have stickers based on the locations that Astro is going to visit. So I will make something like maybe a mushroom that he found or some leaves that he found, just really cute stickers that you can put anywhere. And if you are making a little scrapbook or travel journal of this particular thing, then you can use those stickers in that scrapbook. And I think it would look really cute and be a really cute way to keep everything in some kind of a folder or binder so that you can see everything that Astro has done throughout his adventures. So next is packaging. I currently have my memberships in little plastic baggies with a sticker on the front with the person's name on it and which month it is. I would really love to create something like a little folder like that looks like a notebook or something, and it has the Adventures of Astro on it. It will probably be printed on like a little, I printed out stickers for my blind adopts, and I would really love to do something very similar to this design, except have the Adventures of Astro on it and have which month it is on the front of that, so I don't have to put it on the backing card. So people will still know which month was which by the front cover. But those things are going to be, I could print them in bulk, or I could even get them, printed and sent to me, so I don't have to do as much work if I do want to do it as kind of a little folder, like how I've got on my mood board here with the little flaps in there. So I could bulk print a whole bunch of those and it won't matter which month it's for. So currently I do have, as I said, the backing cards which have the month on them printed on them, so they do have to change every month. So I was thinking that would be a cool way to incorporate something a little bit different. And finally, my extras. So these are things that I would be I guess posting on Instagram. So the map location, as I said, I do have maps that I created a while ago for each of the planets, so I could expand those and or kind of zoom in and make zoomed in versions that I would be posting on Instagram. I think maybe there would be a digital download as well as part of the memberships. But also I'd love to do field notes. So I really love the aesthetic of field notes, how I've got in my little mood board over here. So each planet would have different creatures and different animals and things that Astro would meet and see, and I'd love to create field note pages that I would then put up on my Ko-fi shop. They wouldn't be member specific, anyone can buy them, but it would be something that you can purchase to expand your membership, or if you just like the aesthetic of field notes like I do, then just buy it as itself. So I think doing things that incorporate both the memberships and have standalone things would be a really cool way to, I guess, encourage more people to use those as somewhat of expansions to what they're already be getting per month. So that's something I'd really love to do as well. It does sound like a lot of work, and I mean, I do have an entire month to do all of this, so I think what I would love to do is do a lot of it the month before, and then once the next month is rolled over, then work on the following month. So I'm always a month in advance. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's something that I would like to do in organization wise, because I feel like organization is really, really tough, especially when planning stuff like this and planning shop launches and all that good stuff. So yeah. So back on my home screen, I also have this Pinterest link for my monthly mood boards for the membership. And what I've done is, instead of creating mood boards on Milanote, I'm going to create mood boards for each month for whatever theme I want to do. So the first one I want to have as an introduction to Astro, and these are the things that have inspired me. I'd love to do a little character profile sheet for Astro for the very first one of January 2025, and add some little planet stickers, introduce exactly what's going to be happening, and of course I will have these available in my shop as members only purchases. So members can actually go back if they sign up, say in July, and they want the introduction to Astro from January, then they can go back and buy that as a little set as well. It's not going to be, exclusive to the 1 month. It obviously will be an extra purchase. I do currently have something very similar set up, except it's not in the pack. It's just singular prints and singular stickers for members only. But I will have these set up as you can buy the entire pack of January for, the same price that you would have if you signed up in January. So it's just going to be, I guess, double that fee that they would pay for the month. So they can buy as many previous months as they like. I will make sure to update that throughout the year, so you can always be up to date if you decide to sign up, or if you need to take a couple of months off for whatever reason and need to complete your collection, you can buy the previous months that you missed out on. So that's something I would love to do as well. But yeah, so I have my little mood board for January's one. It's going to be nice pastel galaxies and my cute little kitty Astro. Astro is a white astronaut cat, so none of these really match what Astro looks like, but I have my design for Astro already, so it's just to inspire me about poses and how a cat would look in space. So back to my Milanote board, I then have broken down each month or each section of the year into, I did it into seasons, and I know the seasons don't match up with the actual dates here of actual months here. I know that Catnip did quarterly, but that confuses me, so I had to put what month it was. So the January to March I know is winter, but I put spring down because spring is what I will be preparing for in January and March. I feel like that was an easier way for my brain to understand what I need to be working on rather than what needs to be released at that time, because I'll be mostly focusing on, you know, what I need to work on, and then the following month it can be released. So I don't know if that works with anyone else, but my brain, that's the best way for my brain to understand it. So at least I'm not, you know, working on like, you know, the summer stuff and having it out too late. I feel like I absolutely would do that if I'd set it out that way. So I have a few things written down, but I haven't fleshed this part out yet. I am looking for ideas from you guys and from my Twitch stream, my Discord channel. I do have a suggestions section in my Discord channel if you did want to go over there and leave a suggestion in, you know, kind of a suggestion amalgamated place. So if you wanted to do that, I will leave a link to my Discord in the description box below. And I'm looking for ideas of artworks. I'm looking for ideas for themes that you'd like to see. I currently already have for Christmas, I would love to do a Christmas Starlight collection. I have a little bit of it in my head, but I really need to expand upon that. And I mean, Christmas hasn't even happened at this point in time yet. So I need to slow down with thinking of that and think of the things that I'd like to do in the middle of the year. But if you do have anything you'd like to see from me, then please let me know. I'd love to expand upon my characters I've already created and create some new characters for you guys too. I've also started a little bit of my monthly schedule, so I haven't got too much in here yet, but at least I will know which week I need to start preparing different things for. This is going to change every now and then. The table on Milanote kind of is a little bit tricky to organize because every time you expand it, it just adds more table columns, and I don't want that. I want the whole thing to expand. But anyway, that was me trying to do that for a little bit, so I have at least a plan for each month. So sorry, this is my pumpkin. His name is Pumpkin. Anyway. He likes to sit on my lap when I'm at my desk. I hope that gave you some kind of an idea of what I'll be doing next year. I'm really, really excited to get it started. I feel like right now I feel a little overwhelmed still. I feel like I have a lot to do before the end of the year. I would love to get the Adventures of Astro January one done before the end of the year, so you have something to I guess give you an idea of what's going to happen in January. I know it's not essential to get everything out by January 1st, which for the past couple of months I have been trying so hard to get all of my Ko-fi membership stuff by the 1st of each month, but I think I have to give myself a little bit of leeway in that and not stress so much about it, but at least I have a plan, and at least I have something that I can follow, a schedule I can follow, and be able to at least get some of my ideas out. I have this problem where I have so many ideas in my head and I want them all now. I would love to do the travel journal, as I said, but I know that that's not going to be a thing. So I think doing the scrapbook with you guys each month will be kind of an interim thing until I can get a proper travel journal that you can buy. Maybe I'll print off stickers of something so you can buy a scrapbook and then stick the sticker on top of it and do a scrapbook with me. So yeah, I would really love really love to share that with you, and I hope that you're excited as well, at least half of what I am excited about. Oh, hello, Merlin. There's my kitty, Merlin. my first my first product launch in January is going to be based on my cats Merlin and Marty. I did have that in my little schedule on Milanote. So I'm going to create a little like a little collection of the black cat and the calico cat. So my other cat Marty is a calico. I forgot to talk about this because I got so sidetracked doing the Ko-fi discussion, but I will be releasing a Merlin and Marty pack or collection on Ko-fi. There'll be bookmarks, there'll be stickers. I'm planning everything for the 14th of each month. I think that's a really good time of the month to be able to release things on. It seems like any event that happens throughout the month, it's a really good period of time beforehand for that to be released. So anyway, I'm rambling again, but yes, I would love to do stickers. I'd love to do bookmarks, maybe a sticker pack as well, and maybe some cute little cartoony Disney-esque prints of both Merlin and Marty. So they are quite a fundamental part of my streams. Merlin appears in almost all of my YouTube videos at this point. She always comes to say hello. I think she knows when I film. She's currently sitting on my other desk over there looking out the window. She's really cute. I love her. She's my baby. So I hope that you guys are excited for that as well. I really look forward to releasing that and creating some products. So that will be in February, my very first shop launch, and I will be making videos about how I go about the very first shop launch and what I'll do to prepare for that. So I'm aiming for February, mid-February. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stick to that, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and coming along the adventure with me. Merlin just jumped down onto my other desk. And I hope that you're looking forward to seeing what I do with with the next year coming up and with the Adventures of Astro. And if you would like to consider signing up for memberships over on my Ko-fi, I will leave a link for you in the description box below. I think I said that about 3 different times for 3 different things. So whichever one of those resonates with you, then check it out in the description box. But I would really love for my Ko-fi memberships to have some more people to be able to enjoy it with as well. My mom actually comes over and helps me package all of my Ko-fi membership stuff. So if you would like a package that has been packed up with very much care and love by Galactamom, then consider helping me out with memberships, signing up with memberships and looking at my shop. It would be amazing. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you for being here with me, supporting me. It's a very scary step that I'm about to take. I don't know, it's not scary. Honestly, I keep scaring myself because it's something really new, and I think because I'm so passionate about it, and I have like it's very close to my heart, and it's one of my passion projects. So I think those things are more nerve-wracking than most things because of that, because you've got so much of yourself in it. And yeah, I think you just want them to do well, and you want people to love them as much as you do. So thank you just for watching. I really appreciate you, even if you can't check out the Ko-fi for memberships or whatnot. I really appreciate you watching. It means the world to me. Anyway, I should stop rambling now. I'm so sorry. If you've made it this far, then congratulations. And how about tell me what your favorite flower is in the comments down below. Thank you again so much. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day or night, whatever time zone it is for you, and fare thee well, everyone. Mwah. Bye.